What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dave G with the IFYS podcast, where we network, support, promote, and highlight 414 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out.
Oh,
Definitely got to represent the hometown first. But, you know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure that we give our praise, our love, our thanks. It's 2025. Mother's Day was just recently.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of love going around. You know what I'm saying? May
Shout out to
is.
the mom.
Facts. May is Mental Health Awareness Month as well.
Oh, yes.
So talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? If you see somebody that's probably in need of a little motion, a little help, a little support, probably don't want to talk to you or nothing, maybe offer a little bit of services, you know what I'm saying, at this time, coming into the summer, coming off of the, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what type of winter we had.
Yeah, holidays, and it's hard out here for people,
Yeah.
just in all kind of ways. So yeah.
Yeah, facts. So we are here tonight highlighting, representing, supporting yet another local Milwaukee, soon to be global.
Oh, like it.
We got to speak it into fruition or fruition. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Okay, fruition. I didn't know what made me use that. I think I used that word a couple days ago. I don't know. That was weird. I don't know where that came from.
That's a good one to use. That's the big one to use. And I'm with it. That's speaking of fruition.
Yeah. Usually I call it the secret because I remember back in the day it was this theory or it was a book I think it was called The Secret.
Okay.
And basically it was like what you speak it. You got to speak things into
the power of the sun is powerful, or the sun is powerful, and so you have to speak life over everything. And so, yes, I'm with it.
Yeah.
So don't stick it.
So, yeah, we got Gena Concreterose in the building.
What it do, y'all?
In the building.
What it do, y'all? What's up, Milwaukee? Gena. And happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, I mean, how you been doing? You know what I'm saying? I see you done released 2 singles. You out here promoting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just had the show.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I mean, it's been kind of a lot of a juggle for me because getting back into music full time and like fitting that in, like Mother's Day. I'm a mom, so with everything, but
Happy
it's been
Mother's
fun.
Day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love performing. So just had a show. So shout out to the city for showing love, Prime Social for throwing Firefest, and I had a good time performing, and more to come.
Shout out to Prime Social.
Shout out. For the love over there. So I have, a lot coming up. Mainly the video shoots are coming up in a couple of weeks for my 2 singles, like you said, I performed recently, but they're out available right now. So follow my social media.
What is it?
Gena Concreterose on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook.
Hey, I want to say this too, though. I think you got to start saying Gena with an E because today,
you put I.
A friend of mine who I told about because when you came did the question of the day.
Yeah.
So he was like, I want to look her up.
Okay.
And he trying to show.
That.
Yeah, facts. He trying to show love, and he came to me today like, man, I can't find it. And I'm like, he said Gena Concreterose, right? I said, yeah, Gena space Concreterose. He like, man, I can't find it. I said, how you spell it? He said Gina.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, that's the thing. It's Gena. So make sure
y'all
y'all pay attention to the Gena.
Gena. Concreterose, But if you put all of that in one word, it should pull it up.
It should pull it up.
G-E with the E. It's not with the I. But that's like the common way of spelling
it. Yeah, it is.
So
it is.
I definitely get that. Get that. No, it is G with the E.
And I didn't ask him exactly what social media he was on or nothing like that. We didn't go that far into the conversation, but I just made sure I was like, okay, next time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow.
But I appreciate him for follow. That's with the kid. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
So, Concreterose, explain to me how Concreterose has been your overall concept for your, because it's basically a way of life for you.
Yeah,
now, right?
It's a brand. My writing. I always had like this vision of having like a writing camp, and I was like, we're gonna be Concreterose. So Concreterose was always the main constant. You know, whether it was I was gonna be a songwriter or an artist, that
Okay.
may have changed, but the concept of like Concrete Rose and where it comes from, of just like no matter what your environment is, it could be a rough environment, any environment, but the roughest of the roughest environments, like there's some beauty, there's some really really beautiful things, some treasures in um, the hood, in dark places, in the places you may not look. And so when you do see something emerge that's beautiful, that's to be, kind of regarded in a way because it's not easy to do that. So Concrete Rose is like an homage, if you will, to the poem by Pac.
Tupac.
Tupac,
Yeah, okay.
yes. The rose that grew from the concrete. So that just inspired me early and it just always kind of stuck. And I was like, you know what, if I ever do anything music related, which I kind of felt like I would do early.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of always knew I would do it. But yeah, I didn't know how or, like I said, how I was going to do it. But yeah, Concrete Rose was going to always be the thing. So yeah, so it's my entertainment company. It's the name of the EP that's dropping on August 8th this year.
August 8th.
So,
Make sure y'all keep that in y'all archives. August 8th.
yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, a rose is this soft, tender. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a story about a rose bush I had at my house.
Okay.
And I want to see.
Story time. I love the story time.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So it's gonna reference to the question. So we had this rose bush behind our house.
Okay.
We didn't plant it. It was there when we moved there. We didn't even know because we moved in like kind of like in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next summer, it was like, woo! It was like
They were blooming.
It was like big as that couch. Like
and
it was a nice,
yeah.
It was crazy. And they came up. They blossomed good. The buzz was good. The stems was long, but they didn't last very long because it was like we didn't, I ain't gonna lie, we didn't really like go out there and try to like really hand feed and try to make sure they stayed long.
Oh, okay.
But they never, each year they grew regardless. Like it didn't matter. But they had the thorns. Like you can't pick them and kind of give them to somebody. It's like you got to be careful.
Roses don't have their thorns now.
Right. So in the sense of your concrete rose, how do you separate your buds from your from your thorns?
It's all in one. What up, Mike?
What's going on, man? Grinder Nation in the building.
Don't be shy.
Is you recording now?
Yeah. Grinder Nation in the building.
Hey, y'all, give me some love, God.
For sure.
How you doing?
I'm all right. When it comes down here, I grab about 9.
Okay.
For sure, man. Good to see you, brother. For sure.
This is Big Mom. You better know.
Yes,
Grinder
Legendary
Nation
game.
in the building.
You could have kept using. I just used it like I went live
Grinder
yesterday with that, so I took it. We take it back.
Oh, it's all good. Shit, we working it out.
Okay, when y'all done doing y'all, pop in with us, man. You know me.
Okay, bet. That'll work.
Okay, y'all.
That'll work.
All right.
Okay, shout out to Grinder Nation stopping there in the building,
Shout
showing
out.
little love.
Shout
You know what
out,
I'm saying? Dig.
Yes, doing big
For
things.
sure.
And then you guys do question of the day.
Question of the day every
Grinder Nation,
Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We there, whether you there, whether you not.
Yeah.
On Thursday,
And that was in the last one, and there was some good topics, y'all.
Yeah.
Good discussions. Y'all better tune in.
Absolutely. Please do, and make sure y'all subscribe to Gena Concrete Rose on
Yes.
Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, all
on
social media.
YouTube,
Yes.
on TikTok, on Facebook,
Yes.
on SoundCloud. You on there? Where you at? I don't know if that SoundCloud
everything.
still
Yep.
booming. You know what I'm saying?
Still follow me on there. Band Lab if you want to create. Like if you need a songwriter, hit me up.
Hey, so
DM
let's
me.
dig into that though. So you said you was unclear at one point in time where if you wanted to be a songwriter or a song singer.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me how you differentiate wanting to write a song and not sing it but know it's hot for somebody else versus I know this is a song I want.
Right. Okay, this gonna sound like maybe a little weird, but people who write will get it. So I'm talking to y'all. But it's like having a child in a sense where it's like, this is my baby and I can hear me doing, this is me. So the songs you write and you feel attached to, those are the ones you're like, nope, those are mine.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are some songs where you're like, no, I can hear either. Maybe you don't hear someone, but maybe you do. But even if you don't, you're like, at least for me, like I hear all genres. Like I have country, I have rock songs. I may not necessarily put those on my projects,
Right.
but that's what I love about collaborating with other artists and writers, because you get a chance to like create stuff that you may not normally do in your lane per se. I don't believe in boxes, so I won't say lane, because if I want whatever I feel to do, I will do. But there's certain, to answer your question, there's certain songs where you don't feel as attached to, and you're like, okay, this can go either way. Like when I had a placement almost, well, I say almost, but I could have had a placement with the country label at 15.
Okay.
But I was too nervous to go down and record the demo. But just the lyrics of like doing that song, it was like, I would never sing this. So I was so scared. And I think if it was something I felt really confident about, I might would have just been like, I'm doing. But I was 15. I was 15, and I wasn't ready for that yet. I felt.
Hey, so wait, do you think it was because you was afraid of singing like out loud in front of people?
Yes,
or
I was afraid of flying down to Tennessee, which is where my family from. But I'm like, I don't know. And my parents were nervous, and they're like, we don't want to go down there. We got to work. And so I wasn't going to go down there by myself. So I passed up. It was 2 opportunities in my life that I passed up on. That was the first. There's 2. But yeah. Anyways, there's songs that you do that you just like, I can hear somebody else doing it, or
I get that.
Like,
I get that.
This is me.
I get that. Mm-hmm. No, that's what's up though. That's what's up. So how long have you actually been writing? You said you passed up on that at 15. How long have you actually been writing, like into the poetry or the writing songs for someone or for yourself? Like,
so I started writing. I would say poetry first, because that's what songwriting is poetry with a melody.
Okay.
So I started writing poems when I got introduced to it in elementary school. So like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. And I had this thing about like 4s. It was this thing about 4s. Like I would make it rhyme.
Okay.
But I didn't know. And so, like around 13, I wrote my first song, This Girl Made Me Mad. And shout out to my cousin Shanika.
Wait, is it called This Girl Made Me Mad?
Nope, it's called So-Called Friends.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to say her name. But she made me mad, and I went home, and instead of writing a poem, I was like, so-called friends, you think they cool with you? But all I really want to do is be your so-called friends.
Yeah,
and so, like, that was the first song I wrote, and I was like, oh my God, that's like something I wanted to write as a poem, but I didn't know how to do it. Anyway, so, shout out
like
to
something you might have to re-dip into.
I might have to bring.
It's a nice concept.
Shout out to Mesmerize. Like, it's a lot of songs that, like,
Mesmerize.
that I wrote from 13 to 15 is when I started writing music. For my girl group, which we started at 13. So I was like, okay, at 7, I was already doing this.
Okay.
This girl made me mad at 12 years old. And then by 13, I'm like, okay, I can kind of do this as a normal or a regular thing instead of I'm just mad.
Okay. So basically, you enjoy going in on your homegirl.
I
That's what it sounds
getting
like.
my emotions out, emoting through words instead of like through other means.
Right. Yeah, and I dig that though, because energy is everything. So if you can transfer that energy into something that's going to be passionate for you, it's going to help you get off the anger and the tension that you already have.
For me, it's always been cathartic. It's always been something that, like, anytime I've had darkness, even when I'm happy, it doesn't matter what, especially when I have darkness, it's like I write it out. So a lot of like the EP, what you hear is about recent heartbreak. Like, I'm older now, I have a lot to say. And so I'm getting it out and get my emotions out, which I'm not good at speaking all the time, which I'm learning to be better at, and activate my throat chakra for all my ones that are like in tune to that. But yeah, just like basically, knowing I have a voice and just being confident about saying what I need to say. And yeah, writing helps me do that. And then what I like is to get to know anyone I collaborate with for songwriting so I can know what you're trying to say.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so I started with that in the girl group. And then by 20, I went to college and came back. And I was like, you know what? I want to jump back in. And so I just hung out at the studio. And so artists would come in and be like, you might, just be like, all right, not a not a lot of artists write. I'm not trying to, but
I used to dibble and dab in the music. So I mean, I got a taste of a little bit of that experience.
And it's no shade or nothing like
behind
that.
the curtains. No
but
facts.
It's like,
Facts.
nothing like that. But it's just like, if you have that, you can definitely market it and network with people, is what I'm saying. And so that's all I did. I hung around and I'm like, okay. So I did that. And shout out to Clutch. Band Up Clutch.
Band
the
Up
original
Clutch.
Get It
Shout
Boy.
out to Clutch.
Get It Girl movement. We'll talk about that
yeah.
later. But Get It Boy, like, I used to write with him. And, like, we, like, ghostwriting and Jay Kane. Shout out to Jay Kane. Doc Holliday, that's who the studio
Shout out Doc Holliday.
I co-wrote with a lot of like dope people, and it just really made me like, excited at that time. And I was
shout out to all them
young,
fellas,
20.
man, because they all been rocking and rolling and putting
414,
on for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So no, go ahead. I'm sorry, you said 20.
So yeah, I was like 20 and 21, and then life hit me. And when I came back recently, a lot of people that I reconnected with, like, where were you? Like, you just dropped off the face of the earth. And I'm like, I know, I sat down.
Hey,
yeah.
life will sit you
But
down.
I never stopped writing, and making sure that I keep my pen sharp, which I don't like this, like, I let other people say, but I kept writing because I love to do it. And so yeah.
So you mind tapping into what sat you down? Like you say,
I got
life sat
married,
you down. You
I
said I was
got
at
kids.
20.
I met my now ex-husband, but we met, I was 22, and I got pregnant and had my son by 23. And so I tried to bring him to the studio, and I definitely shout out to Looney baby. Shout out to Looney. Yeah, with the car seat in the studio.
Right.
And it just kind of became a thing and then also shout out to my cousin Shaq G.
Shout out to Shaq G.
To
Wickedness.
My sister Nina Boss.
Flawless.
Wickedness.
I'm gonna shout through my every chance I get.
I'm gonna say every chance. Every chance.
I ain't gonna even lie.
They're legends.
They're legends.
I gotta tell this story real quick just to put in there, like, missed opportunity. So this is the second one. Right as I was having Kai, my first son, at 23.
Mm-hmm.
So right the year before that, 22.
Mm-hmm.
We had an opportunity to go out to California and meet with the people at TDE.
Okay.
And so we were supposed to go together, me and my cousin, me and Shaggy G, Lady Eloise,
Lady
founder of
L,
the Get It Girls.
Shaq G.
And and we didn't go. So sometimes it's like you never know. So who knows what, it's just missed opportunities sometimes. But then again, you never know what could happen later. So,
right.
But anyways, like, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be a mom and go ahead and just settle down. So yeah, I got married and sat down, and fast forward 14 years to be exact. I said, you know what, I want to go after what I want, and it didn't align with what I had at that time. And shout out to my baby daddy ex-husband, because now we co-parent very well, but we just had to make a decision
that's dope.
to part ways. And so now I'm doing me, and I'm out here. No, I'm out here, but I'm not out here. No, I'm out here.
Right, not you out here.
I'm out here, but I'm not out here. For real. I am not.
Hey, no, I feel
There's some crazy stuff out here. I am not out here.
So I know this not about me. But just in the small story, I've been in 2 10+ year relationships.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Look, I'm single and I'm out here. You
Oh,
dig? No, I'm just,
like-
I mean, but I mean, you know, in all honesty, like I left my last relationship due to the simple fact that like it just wasn't. We couldn't necessarily come to that bottleneck, and I mean, we was bottlenecking, but we was also we couldn't really walk together.
Okay.
Like we was good when we was good, but when we was bad, we was bad.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? It ain't like we was in the house, you know what I'm saying, damn near trying to kill each other and no shit like that. But it just we wasn't feeding into each other like we needed to. And although now we're apart, like we've come to a place where we can talk. Like I mean, I don't talk to her all the time or nothing like that.
Mhm.
But when I do talk to her, there ain't no beef, there ain't no drama. So I'm just saying all that to dig into like after a long term relationship, I can understand how I'm out here, I'm kicking it, man, I'm chilling,
I'm
I'm
cool
peaceful,
though.
but she's right, because it's
cool.
like, it ain't nothing like being able to, like, I mean, shout out to all my relationships, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel bad about neither one,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying,
As you shouldn't. You know,
I had 3
everything is a
strong
lesson.
ones,
Everything happens for a reason in the season, and
right.
yeah.
All right, I got 2 kids
Share
out of
something,
1, and you know what I'm
definitely.
saying, 10 plus years with 2 others that we had a lot of great experiences.
Mhm.
So with that being said, I get it. I'm just saying like right now, so you jumping back in, I'm going back on topic. You jumping back in, you like, you know what, I want to chase my dream. I want to make sure I put in the work, the time and the energy to be able to do what I got to do. How do you differentiate that now with 2 kids?
Yeah, shout out to my babies.
Shout out to the shorties,
Mason.
for
I
sure.
love y'all.
I mean, I know you say y'all
My
co-parent,
y'all.
which is extra
It's
dope.
a village. It's like a village.
Facts.
So I know I have support, and more importantly, I think it's just they are my drive, and so it's a couple like balance thing. It's like, okay, I'm doing this for you guys, and I also have to make it work for you guys. So
Gotcha.
that's kind of where I come at it with. But how can I ever tell y'all chase y'all dreams? How can I ever tell y'all like go after what you want, like, and not do that myself? And not only that, but just wanted to incorporate that in with it with them in that, because they do have like big dreams, and so I feel like I might have passed that on to them. So I have to like show them a blueprint. Who else is going to show them? So mommy out here grounding for myself, but just definitely for my 2 boys. And
No, that's dope.
I just have to balance it that way, because in my mindset, that's what it is. It's like, okay, maybe, you know, it's a little late night with dinner, or, you know, I might miss, hey, baby daddy, can you keep them? I got to do a late night studio session, whatever it might look like. But again, it takes a village to be like, okay,
absolutely.
we all on board, and including my kids, because they understand. And like my youngest Mason, he loves music, so I can't wait to get him in the studio more. But like they get it. I'm like, Mom, we're finna go do this for music, and they're like, okay. They're such little gentlemen.
Yeah,
so they make
yeah.
it
And I know you come home, you probably had a
too.
video. They seeing your posts and stuff like that.
And when I'm recording at home, they stop and they're like, Mom,
So
you know. So it make it a little bit easier too, that the fact that they're invested, and everyone that around me, that really matter. Not everyone, you know. But the ones that matter, my core, are invested. And so they're like, whatever you need, just let me know. And I'm like, okay.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I definitely say, do if you feel it, do it. You know what I'm saying? I wasted a lot of time waiting to feel a different way when I knew I should have just, you know, all you gotta do is just go do it. Like,
Nobody do it.
Yeah, when we used to be trying to make music and stuff like that, like it was just a different grind, but. Yeah. When you want something, go get it. Don't wait. Tomorrow ain't promised to none of us.
It's not, and I learned that early. Like, you know, I learned that early in life. Like, time is not guaranteed, so you have to go after it.
So throughout you said it was 14 years between you doing music. So from
no
within
performing, no nothing.
No performing,
no.
but you were still writing.
Still writing, still singing. Yeah.
So from 14 years, 2 children, marriage,
divorce.
Divorce. Now pursuing the career that you originally wanted from the beginning with the support and the understanding of the past, what's the biggest lesson you learned?
Yeah, and that's why when I said divorce, I can like kind of not giggle and laugh because divorce isn't easy. It's not fun. It's not anything you sign up for when you get married at all. But you get to a place where you understand, like, hey, we're better. This might work better than what we thought, and that's okay. And so, yeah, I can be like, okay, now I can get back to me and have the foundation that I built because that's what that was for me.
Mm-hmm.
I traded off my music. I traded off a lot of stuff. Like I was, let me tell you, like I'm like when I got out of high school, I was like I'm gonna be on the coast, West Coast or East Coast, making money, and like I had no plans to get married until like this age that I'm at now. But I met someone and I fell in love, and sometimes love leads you down a different path, and I went down that path. And so, yeah, now I have a foundation out of that love. And real love is allowing a person to go. Like control and wanting to keep someone, you got to do it this way. That ain't love. Love is like, okay, fly, blossom. You know, if you come back, that's fine. But if not, go do you. And that's real love. And so I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have that as a foundation to now do me on top of self-love and the love I've cultivated for me. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing, y'all. Like, tap in right now. Like, it's like I'm ready. So.
Okay, so I do have a question about something you just said. You said love is allowing someone to go. In this scenario that you're saying, like allowing, like if you be like, look, I need to go. Is this a sense of I've explained to you why I can't be here, or is this like one of those, it just ain't working?
Well, it depends on if you're doing the leaving or you're the one being left, right? So if you're the one doing the leaving, then yeah, you should have communicated, this is why I'm leaving.
Right,
but if
right,
you're
right.
the one being left, then it's like...
Right, and that's kind of what I was getting to, because I know I can be kind of long-winded sometimes, but like if you're leaving, if you want to be gone, you want to leave, and the other person doesn't want to let you go, you're saying to love them,
you have to let them go.
Because they're telling you they don't want to be there.
Even if they didn't tell you with their mouth, if they tell you with any other sign, if they tell you, if you know, when you're in love, you know when you have that person, and you know when you don't. And when you don't, let that person go, because what you're doing is two things. You're holding yourself back from finding the love that do want you, and you don't have to let go. And you letting that person not go out and be themselves and be great and do the things they need to do or to find the love they need to. So it hurts. Yes. It's not easy. No, it's your ego. Yeah, especially when you put some time in. Like, no, you mine.
If you feel like that about
kids with you.
Wait, no. If you feel like that about somebody, can you go out and try to find love somewhere else at that same time?
You don't find it. What you do is you let that go and you align.
Rock and roll then.
No, you don't rock and roll. No,
we finna go party. We out here. Hey, you know what? She don't want me, but guess what? She do.
Do not do that. Okay, now listen to him, y'all.
Hey,
he gonna have
you know what? You said you ain't ready, right? You said okay.
You gonna be on the dusty list.
Right.
Listen to him, y'all. But no, seriously though, like, no, for real though, like you have to like tell yourself, like, okay, I don't need to go out and be with every Mary, Joe, Susan, or Tom, Dick, Harry, Joe. But I am going to let this person go. Figure out what they need, because I'm thebomb.com. See, this is where self-love comes from. Because I'm the bomb.com. So if you do need to leave and go figure it out, you going to figure it out. And then I don't know what I may have moved on and done. And that's on me because I live my life at the end of the day for what's best for me. And I let a person live for what's best for them. And that is what you love is it's unconditional. It doesn't come with strings.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come with conditions.
Is that possible? Is it possible for women to love unconditionally?
It's hard, but it is. Yeah, it's hard, but it is. For
I think we're gonna say that. I think we're gonna say that for a question of the day on a Thursday.
Okay.
But I mean, if you, I would like to hear your
questions of the day.
Yeah, I would like to. Matter of fact, I need to say that in here.
Okay.
But I need to. If you could elaborate a little bit.
Yes. So.
Just for a minute. It ain't gotta be long. I just want to know, and then we can get back on top.
Okay. No, but nothing. You. Okay, so.
Outside of children. Outside of your children.
So what exactly?
I
do you want to know?
I want to know, can women love unconditionally outside of their children?
Even if they don't, well,
in a relationship.
So some women don't have children and they can still love unconditionally, right?
Who they love unconditionally?
It could be, you know,
Their
anyone.
mama.
Yeah, family, friends, relationship.
No, I ain't no
but
relationship.
If we,
unconditionally.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't even think, although I love and respect all friendships.
You can unconditionally. This is what I mean, though.
Okay, now, help me understand.
Right. So, conditions. A condition means if you do this, I will do this. That's the condition. Be it in a contract,
right.
Be it in a marriage, which is a contract in a sense, and go with that with the state, which I hate to reduce it to that because it's up to you if it's done right. But if you just look at it, like, there's conditions in everything. There's conditions in everything for like hoping there's love.
Okay.
So I get that, but an unconditional love, if you don't subscribe to what everything is I'm gonna give you this regardless of who you are, regardless of what you do. You might take advantage of it. You might not appreciate it. You might appreciate it. Maybe the latter or the opposite. Maybe you will treasure it. Either way, I'm me, and I write that in my music. Like, I kept it solid from my end from day one. Like, regardless of how you kept it and came or how it flipped and turned, I'm me, and I can walk away and let you go away if you need to, knowing who I am and what I brought. And I feel like that's, again, going back to self-love and knowing who you are. And that takes time, and that's why I write from that space now, but I didn't always write from that space. But yeah, you just have to get to a place like, okay, if you better go, you better go and find your happy if it ain't with me, because I'm going to have my happy.
Okay. We definitely going to bring that back on the question of the day. So much to say, but that ain't what we on. Make sure y'all tap in. Hey, we got Gena Concreterose in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? When you had came for question of the day, that shit was a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was dope.
I had fun too.
Yeah, it was good to see people tap in. You know what I'm saying? So when you out performing and you in the studio or whatever, what is it, outside of your kids? I know you said you do it. Of course, you got to shout out to the kids one more again. But
I love y'all, baby. It's kind of nice.
Have you ever been in a position where you was like down, feeling some type of way, life been life, and you just ain't really, and you still had to get out there, like say you gotta go do a show, you still had to, have you had times where you had to challenge your performance?
Absolutely. Like even just this past weekend, it's Mother's Day weekend, right? And my kids were like, Mom, we haven't done, a family night in a minute. And I'm like, I've been telling them all week I'm gonna do it, and I still had to go do my show. And even before that, like, it's been times where I have to go to the studio, and you still have to do it and kind of just tell yourself, what you're doing it for. Why I know why I'm doing it. I know why I'm taking that time away. It don't make it easy, no.
Okay.
But yeah, and even outside of them, like just being like, because I have my own business, so I have to make money. Because that's a whole different thing. I went on live on my Facebook about money with music and streams and how the new, day and age is with making money in music. So I have to stay an entrepreneur and make money other ways as well, multiple streams of income with knowing that music is my passion.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it for the money, I'm not doing it for that, but it will come, a long time, but it's not for that, you know what I mean? Because to be honest, it's the brand partnerships. It's the outside that you end up
Right.
doing that will really kind of bring that bag in. And of course, touring and like performing. But anyways, like, yeah, I just think like, it's time to just jump out there and do what I love. And my, family understand it. And,
Right. Hold on one second. Or I say, hey, back on topic. 'Cause I gotta bring it back. I need to put like a board back there that has the things I need to say. It's a damn good idea.
There
Maybe
you
a
go.
board,
Little
something that's
teleprompter.
it. Yeah, a little thing. Maybe put it on that post where that light at, and just that way I can stay on topic. But anyway. Once again, we're going to shout out Gena Concreterose. I appreciate the fact that she came to the IFYS studios and, you know what I'm saying, put it down to promote, highlight, and be another platform to promote her two singles and upcoming EP on 8/8 of 2025.
Yes.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all download the copies. Make sure y'all subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you follow her on TikTok, Gena Concreterose. To my homeboy, if you're watching, I know you found her because it's Gena.
So Gena with a GE, y'all. Okay,
Yeah,
so just stress that. Like,
I did.
Shout out to
my guy Hen. My guy Hen. Yeah.
Thank you so much for looking for me. It's
Yeah.
GE. Okay, Gena with a G, big G, not the little.
Yeah.
No,
And the only
seriously,
reason I said
I
that is
appreciate
because
it.
that happened today. Actually, he's like, man, I can't find her. And I'm like, you know what?
So
Okay.
this is fresh.
So yeah. And like I said, I don't remember what platform he was on, but still.
Yeah.
Shout out, follow her. Let me know what you got going on. What's up and coming?
Yeah, so I want the whole city to pop out on May 31st, okay? Like, I'm going to share the location on my social media. So, like Dave G just said, you need to come on to Gena Concreterose, Gena with the E, all social media platforms. I'm going to be announcing it, but mainly where I put everything is going to be on my YouTube channel.
Okay. So yeah, make sure y'all build them subscribers up.
We gonna
build them subscribers
build
up.
them subscribers up, y'all. Come follow
Hey,
me.
so
I'm
make
starting
it-
from scratch. I'm guerrilla warfare. I'm finna just find my people, and my people will find me.
Yeah, absolutely. So one more time, I want you to just shout out the YouTube right here.
Yeah, so Gena Concreterose, Gena Concrete, CONCRETE, Rose, ROSE at. All of it.
All of it.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever have you.
Yeah.
So follow your girl, tap in right now. Clock is
May 31st though. You
May
said where?
31st, pull up.
Where?
So I'm gonna share the
Pull up where?
location.
Oh, you gonna share the location?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be parking lot pimp. And so,
Oh, okay.
Parking lot pimping. I want
See,
y'all to
it's
bring
crazy
the cars
'cause
out. My throat went out because that's how cracking is gonna be. My throat's gonna go away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep, so pull up. It's gonna be love. So after that, I'm gonna have a listening party. So I'm planning that right now. So stay tuned for that. And then my album or EP release party, which will be August 7th.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a vibe, and that's gonna be like kind of open invite. The listening party will be invite only. So look out for your inbox for that to hear the EP in its entirety. And I'll be performing that night as well. And so book your girl if you want me to host some shows, like just hit me up on social media, DM me, whatever have you. And yeah, I'm excited to just keep doing my big one.
Man, you know what? Always chase what you're looking for. It ain't never too late. I got a tattoo right here to say every day above ground is a day of opportunity. So take advantage.
Period. I love
Because
that.
for me, I've experienced a lot of lost, and I know you have as well. You know what I'm saying? We all have, especially when you get up in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s. I ain't gonna even talk about, you don't ask women their age. You don't talk about all that. I'm not gonna
I
be the
know
one.
spring chicken, but I'm still out here. No, I'm
Right,
just kidding. Again, I'm out here, but not out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Let me
She
stop saying
keeps
that.
trying
Oh
to clean it
my
up.
gosh.
She keeps trying to clean it up, but she. Hey,
I'm not.
Hey, I'm no
But
one to judge.
Like yes.
I
have
will
a
say-
14-year-old, y'all. So.
Hey, I got a 20.
Oh yeah.
I got a 20. How old my daughter just turned? It's 2025. She 22.
Oh, yeah.
She just turned 22, and what's the latest? My grandson finna be 2.
Mhm.
And my son 24.
Yeah. But yeah, you've been at it a long time.
Man, but
I
you know
would say
what?
coming out. Shout out to the dads and the fathers.
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. Hey, but you know what though? When I was
That's what's up.
22 years old with 2 kids in Pampers, I was like, this ain't right. But now I'm 44 with 2 adults.
Mhm.
Man, listen. I'm good. Look,
Yeah.
my baby had a baby. I ain't having no more baby.
Right. Now you get
LG.
to live your life. And,
Yeah. So
yeah.
shout out. But anyway, that was another sidebar. Anyway, I appreciate you for coming on to the
Thank
show.
you.
Hey, but before you go,
Okay.
wait a minute. I should have had this already.
Uh-oh.
But
I'm scared. Surprises make me nervous, y'all. But I do like to get surprised.
we gonna get you together.
Uh-oh.
We gonna
Uh-oh.
hit you with the IFYS shirt.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Money making green.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Good
Thank
motivation
you.
for the 2025 season. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Tap
Yes,
in,
get the
share the
merch,
page.
y'all.
Follow IFYS Podcast on YouTube.
Yes,
All one word.
IFYS, y'all tap in.
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
Facts. We
Question
trying to
of
make
the
it
day
happen.
is be
Yeah,
popping.
question of the day every Thursday.
Tap in.
Thursday. We there
Yeah.
whether you there, whether you not.
Whether you
From
not.
8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I'm telling you, we on like microphones.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So let's do it, man. Make sure y'all tap in. And
Follow
if you
us,
got
tap
questions
in.
that you want to ask, send them to the inbox. I say, hey, I'm gonna put it out there. So let's do it. Let's do it. We all in this together, man.
I'm gonna rock this.
It's something I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? As long as you take it up out of here, in my mind, you wore it everywhere. So I'm good with that. So with all that being said, Gena Concreterose, let me get a high five, girlie.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, we're gonna do it like that. Make sure y'all follow, click the link, everything in the bio.
Gena Concreterose, tap in, y'all. We going at let's go. The city, like 404, I love my city. Let's go. How about again, May 31st? I want to see the
31st.
parking lot pimping like we did it on 607. Okay. I need everybody. I need the bad bitties. I need the money. I need the money. Like we coming. Like I need everybody to come with their best outfits and everything.
I love it when you want it.
So I can
Yeah.
see y'all. And
My love is like a vacation. All around the world, we don't have to stay. Put your love all